Again. This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. We're in London, had a big night of action Thursday night at York Hall. With me on the bill, the Black Panther, Luther Clay. Luther, it's been a while, been an eventful few months for yourself. How have you been?
Yeah, I've been alright. I think last time we spoke was before the Bracknell show. That obviously fell through. I've just then been to Italy, where I fought Darren Morello for WO Global. And now I'm here at York Hall, Bethnal Green on the Matchroom Next Gen show, defending the title as he's mandatory for it. So, it's been a productive couple of months.
We'll come on to those productive few months. Let's start with your fight on Saturday night. You're in there with Freddie Kiwitt, as mentioned, for the WBO Global title. Good fight in a lot of people's eyes. Fight of the night contender, possibly Thursday evening. What do you know about him? What do you expect Thursday night?
I don't know much about him, but I've seen a couple fights, a few minutes of his footage. Most notable one I'd say is the Paddy Gallagher fight. Funnily enough, before this fight had been made, I think 10 weeks prior I had called out Paddy Gallagher and Freddie Kiwitt, and then obviously Paddy had retired after his British title fight, and then the Freddie fight had been made after I beat Dario because he was mandatory for the title. And Dario didn't want to fight him, so that's why I actually filled in for Freddie. So now I'm, about to finish his leftovers basically.
Now, obviously, on the back of that big win out in Italy, which was live on Sky and DAZN, a great bit of exposure for yourself. You've got another opportunity live on television Thursday night. You'll be at a good time slot in there with a really credible opponent. What is it you want to show to the fans that will be tuning in Thursday evening?
First things first, I want to win, That's the first thing I've got to do. Defend the title, win, and go up in the rankings once again. I don't know. I never really think too much about the fans, just because my style is always exciting anyway, so I don't have to overthink about it. It's going to be a good fight, tough fight, a good test for me. I step up. So I'm excited to, test myself at this level against him. I know he's won the Southern Area English, and obviously he also won the WBO European, so it's a very good test for me.
Just to go back to that Morello win out in Italy, that was when you first came to the attention of a lot of the wider boxing public. We obviously knew of yourself, but that sort of exploded you onto the scene, so to speak. How much confidence did you take from that, getting that win over there against an unbeaten fighter as the away fighter? How much confidence did that give you?
I don't know. For me, it was just a fight. I saw Morello, I saw his style. I thought he'd be tricky when I was watching him, but when I was in there, I was able to deal with him very comfortably. Really, I should have stopped him, but I got a bit carried away. So for me, I didn't take that much from it because I was expecting a harder fight. So then when it was so easy, I was like, kind of disappointed. So I know this fight is going to be a lot sterner test in terms of tactics, physicality, everything. This is going to be a very good fight, and I'm looking forward to it.
Now, you've told me in the past that at times you almost prefer being the away fighter and fighting on the road. If you look at your pro career to date, you've been everywhere from Lithuania, Latvia, Italy, Bracknell, and now London. How does it compare to you fighting on the road compared to, say, being the A-side on a big show like this?
For me, it's just a fight, because for me, you could say I'm the A-side, but I don't know what the odds are. I would say it's a very evenly matched fight, and unlike most other fighters on these kind of shows, like most times they're on these shows, they're keeping busy, so they know they're probably going to win or they have a very favourite. It's not the case with me. Every time I fight, it's a very, win or lose situation. So I don't really think about the A-side. I don't think about none of that. I just think about training hard, coming in, getting the job done, and going home. Everything else is extra.
As the year comes to a close, obviously you got the fight Thursday night. How would you reflect upon your 2019 though? Luther Clay as the boxer, Luther Clay as the person. How's it been for you?
It's been a lot of growing, I've made some mistakes, made new friends, lost new friends in terms of the boxing game. So I've learned and I've grown up as a person, there's just been a lot happening, but I'm proud of myself, staying focused and, keeping on track. Even when things weren't going right, I still did what I need to do, and now I've got me to this point.
And going into next year, obviously, if you are successful, I know fighters don't like to do ifs, buts, and maybes, but I put out a clip yesterday on the Boxing Social social media channels of your homecoming dream of going and fighting in South Africa. Is that something you could be knocking on Al's door about next year if you're successful?
You know, I've been pestering Al for a long time. I'll keep pestering him, but I think in Al's eyes, it has to be worth it. And obviously, he's the man who's in charge of my career and has directed me this far. So it's just a case whether he sees if an opportunity arises or gets presented it to him, and he thinks that it's worth me going over there, then he will. He said we would go, but it just has to be worth it. And obviously, I can't, disagree with that. I'm not going to make him travel 15 hours for nothing. So, I mean, I really want to. I would go there, fight for free. But once again, that's my management side, and they deal with that. So hopefully 2020 is the year. We've got to see. I'll keep climbing the rankings. I'm sure something can happen.
Another possibility for 2020, although very unlikely for South Africa, a fight we always seem to talk about with Al and with yourself, is the Conor Benn fight. Be a good fight at 147. Do you feel like you're maybe just 1 or 2 fights away from that fight now?
I mean, of course, I have to win this Thursday first, but if Conor Benn's little beer transplant is healed by then, and his management and trainer want to let him get in there, and the people at Sky want to make it happen, we can make it happen regardless. I'm ready. On my side, it's not a question on my side, it's on their side whether they want it or not.
I'll leave the final word to you, Luther Clay. What do we see from the Black Panther Thursday evening?
Oh man, you're going to see it all. You're going to see some boxing, you're going to see some brutality, you're going to see some outside boxing, some inside boxing. You're going to see it all. It's going to be a great night.
Luther, thank you as always for making time for Boxing Social. Best of luck Thursday evening.